Hello, my name is Ian McClumpher, and I'd like to welcome you to the fascinating world of modern clinical hypnosis. This audio track contains a very powerful hypnotic induction and therefore should not be used whilst driving or operating machinery. This audio track is not suitable for people who are pregnant, so if you're pregnant, please stop this audio track immediately. If you continue to listen to this audio track now, you will gradually enter a hypnotic trance. However, should an emergency occur whilst listening to this audio track, then you will immediately awaken and deal with that emergency accordingly. Now, assuming you are sitting in a nice comfortable chair or reclining on your bed, you can rest your arms on your knees with your feet uncrossed and slightly apart. And now we can begin to enjoy this wonderful hypnotic experience. The first thing that I'd like you to do is to gently allow your eyelids to close. And with your eyes closed, I'd like you to notice what's going on behind those closed eyelids. Black velvet curtain. Or perhaps you can see colours or shapes, or maybe nothing at all. It really doesn't matter, as long as you know what's going on. Notice how your muscles are now starting to relax with every breath you take. And with every breath, you can relax deeper and deeper. I wonder if you've noticed yet how that when you breathe in, you can feel cold air through your nostrils. And as you breathe out, you can feel warm air through your nostrils. The more your breathing slows down, and the more your breathing slows down, the more you relax. As you begin to breathe more deeply now, you'll find yourself relaxing more and more with every word that I speak. And every word that I speak, you will find yourself drifting deeper and deeper. Just notice now where your hands are resting and how they feel. Only you know how they feel. Maybe they feel heavy or light, warm or cold. Only you know that. Only you know that. They are your sensations. As you relax more and more, focus now on the relaxing hypnotic music and simply allow that music to take you deeper and deeper. And as I begin to count now from 1 to 10, you will find yourself relaxing deeper and deeper with every number that I count and every word that I speak. And at the same time, you can just let your mind wander. Just let it wander wherever. You can let any thoughts come into your mind and then just let them disappear again. So here we go. Let's start counting. 1, drifting. The sound of my voice will keep you safe, nice and relaxed. 2, and you can imagine yourself just drifting deeper and deeper, where the only sensations you can experience are nice and relaxed. 3, feeling very calm now and deeper, very peaceful. 4, nobody wants anything from you now. A blanket of special begins to wrap around you from everything you'll be interested in now. The comforting sound of my voice takes you down. The sound of my voice will keep you safe at all times. Drifting as you relax, nice and relaxed. You can imagine a blanket of comfort 7 around you. Everything you'll be interested in. Blanket of comfort wraps around you from your head voice right down to your toes. The sound of my voice will just allow yourself to drift deeper and deeper, feeling very calm. My voice echoes through very subconscious part of 9, very relaxed, soothing. Feel what it really feels like now, so very relaxed, very calm. 10, very relaxed. Sound of my voice, very peaceful, keep you safe at all times. Imagine, if you will, that you are standing in a garden which symbolises your life. It is the garden of your life, and you are standing there in the garden of your life, looking around at the trees and the flowers trees and the flowers and the grass in the garden of your life. Feel the warmth of the autumn sun shining down on you, the soft, gentle breeze, and the perfume of your favourite flowers, shrubs or bushes or other plants, perhaps an ivy-covered archway or one covered in jasmine. Perhaps you can hear the birds up there in the trees, whistling their tune to each other. Imagine it, experience it now. Notice there's a gate leading out of your garden to the street beyond. But you can be happy here in the garden of your life. But first I'll notice here and there the dried up leaves that are scattered around on the floor of your garden. Some of those leaves are yellow and some are red. In some places the leaves cover the ground almost like a thick carpet. Other areas are a bit more sparse. Now those dried up, crumpled leaves are symbolic of all the hurts and frustrations from your life. Those crumpled, dried up leaves symbolize all the negative conditions from your past and from your present. They represent uncomfortable feelings, feelings of inadequacy, not being good enough, feelings of inferiority or embarrassment, feelings of inferiority or embarrassment. Those leaves represent all rebuttals, all refusals, all resentments, all negative statements about yourself, whether made by yourself, for yourself, directed at you. All those negative statements that have been made to you at any time in your life are all here in the garden of your life. Now look over there and see a rake. It's a long wooden handled rake and it's propped up against the wall. And I want you to take that rake now and gather together all those dried and crumpled old leaves into one big heap and get ready to set fire to them. And you could give names to some of those dried and crumpled old leaves. Some of the names might represent disagreeable people or events in your life. Some may represent subconscious wishes for failure. There may be dislikes for some people in your life, procrastination or past negative conditioning. Some may represent laziness or apathy, lack of communication, or any spite or hatred or hurt that is held by you for anyone, or held by anyone for you. All these negative feelings are scattered on the ground, and as you rake them into one big pile ready for the fire, and whatever those leaves symbolise to you, forever. So when the pile is ready, I want you to set fire to those leaves and just enjoy the destruction of all those negatives. And as you do, enjoy the feeling of freedom, the feeling of being rid of all those negative influences. And as you watch the flames leap up into the air, you feel all those negative influences from the past leave you, totally and completely being burnt out of your life. Completely being burnt out of your life. It's as though all those negative influences from the past are going up in smoke. And if you look up, you'll see up there the black smoke going higher and higher. The tail end of the smoke becoming gives you life forever. And suddenly you are free. You are free from all past negative influences, all self-defeating beliefs, all those things that held you back in life. You are free now to progress, to advance, to achieve whatever goals you set out for yourself. You are free, and it's a wonderful feeling to be free. You feel much more confident, much more self-assured, much more comfortable with yourself. All past negative influences have departed from your existence, and it's as though you can really begin to live again, to make a fresh start, a healthy, positive start, and continue to live a fulfilling life, doing not only the things that you have to do every day, but also the confidence to do what you really want to do. And I want you to experience now a violet stream of light pouring down from the blue sky like a laser beam in through the crown of your head. And the violet light symbolizes purity of thought, because now you experience only positive thoughts and feelings as far as is humanly possible. Feel that light entering the brain and streaming down into the spinal column and out through every nerve, every cell, every fibre, every consciousness of your being, and the purity of thought and feeling touches every nerve and cell and consciousness of your being, filling you with a new healthy energy, a strong and positive energy, and you feel yourself filled with a loving acceptance of the wonderful that you are. And as you accept the wonderful person that you are, you find that you begin to feel differently about yourself. You feel so much calmer, so much more relaxed, so much more confident, and every cell in your body is bathed in love and acceptance in a beautiful violet light, and your feelings are changing on a cellular level, even altering the chemistry of your body in a positive way. Autumn and winter have passed, and it's now a warm spring sunshiny day out in the garden of your life. You have swept away all those negative thoughts and beliefs that you once held about yourself. Now, according to the laws of nature, we have to replenish what we take away, and I want you to see yourself now with a handful of special seeds. There is an area of your garden where you instinctively know that these seeds are needed to grow. The soil is already rich and fertile and ready to do seeds. So very carefully, I want you to tenderly plant those seeds in your garden with loving care, and sprinkle over the seeds with the soft fine earth. Shower the earth lightly to make it moist, and then leave the rest to nature. And as time goes by, your seeds will grow and grow and grow. Even whilst they are growing under the earth, you won't see the shoots until they begin to peep out of the soil, but you will know that those little seeds have germinated and are sprouting up. You will know because your feelings will tell you so. Always listen carefully now to your feelings, to your inner self, that wonderful, calm and wise. Feel that inner acceptance, loving yourself and who you are in a calm and peaceful sort of way. In a few moments, I'm going to wake you And when I wake you, you'll feel so confident, so in control of your life. You'll feel on top of the world, and all the stresses and strains that you feel like you've collected over the last few days, weeks, months, or even years will be gone. You'll feel like they never existed in the first place. And I know you enjoyed this hypnotic experience, and I know that you'll want to listen to it again, because the more you listen to this hypnotic experience, the more effective it will be. So now I'm going to slowly count backwards from 5 to 1. When I get to 1, you'll be able to easily open your eyes. You'll be in full control of all your thoughts, feelings and emotions. You'll feel fantastic. You'll feel on top of the world, and you can continue to enjoy another day. Here we go. 5. Waking slowly. 4. Waking a little bit more. 3, 2, and 1. Wide awake.